With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Question is, which of the following statements are true about acceleration due to gravity? Hence it says g decreases moving away from the center if r is greater than r, and g decreases in moving away from the center if r is less than r. Hence we can say here, suppose let's say we have the earth here, so this is our earth, and here we can say at the center, let's say this is our center, radius is r. Now the g value at the surface we have here as our 9.8 meter per second square. Now here if we move, let's say here for first part r greater than r, so here we can say for r greater than r, so suppose at some height h which is very less than, here we can say our radius of the earth, so at this point we have the acceleration due to gravity g dash can be written here for the first part r greater than r, we can say here g dash for approximation we can say here comes out nearly to 1 minus we have here as 2h upon r. Now here we can say as we move away from the center, that is upwards, we can see here value of g here decreases. Maximum value of g, that is 9.8 meter per second square, is at the surface of earth. So this is our, let's say, first part. Here we can say this first part is our true, that is if we move away from the center, value of g decreases. This is an approximation formula. Now coming to the second part, if r is less than r, so in the second part r less than r, which means here we can say here at a depth, let's say here d. So for this part r less than r, we can say here value of g dash at this point, let's say at depth d, this g dash can be written here in similar manner we have here as 1 minus d upon r. So at this point we can say here where this is our small r, so we can say here as we move away, that is we are moving towards the surface, which means here value of g dash here tends to increase. If we move deep down the, let's say here earth, that is towards the center, value of g must decrease. But when we move away from the center, as it says here, value of g must increase. Hence option number, let's say B, is false. Now at the center we can say here d will be equal to capital R, so 1 minus 1 becomes 0. Hence we can say here at the center we have value of g to be 0, that is substituting in the second formula as r equal to d equal to, we can say here as capital R. So when we substitute d here as capital R, we have the acceleration due to gravity at the center as 0, which is option number C, that is g is 0 at center of earth. Hence we can say option number, let's say C, is true. Now coming to the fourth option, in the fourth option we can say here, so let's say this earth is rotating with, let's say, angular velocity of omega. Here we can say in, let's say, our west to east direction. So at this point we can say here net value of g here can be written as, this here is our omega square into small r, where small r here is radius of this, let's say, part of circular, let's say, radius, and here we can say g will be acted in this direction. So we have the angle made with the vertical, this has theta, hence this is 90 minus theta, and this angle here is our 90 plus theta. So we can say here the value of g at this point will be due to rotational effect, as our g dash net effective will be equal to under root of, we have here as g square plus, we can say here as omega square r whole square, where r here is the radius of the circular part here. So we can say here as omega square r whole square, plus we can say here as 2g into omega square, let's say small r, into cos of, we have here as 90 plus theta. Now we can say here this omega square part can be neglected. So here this approximately this result comes out to be our, let's say, g into, we have here as 1 minus, we can say here as omega square into r cos 90 plus theta is sin theta. So here it says if earth stops, so this omega square part will become 0, hence value of g dash we can say here, let's say, will increase, but it says it decreases, hence option number D is false. So the correct options here are option number A and option number C, which here is our, let's say, third part. So third option, that is A and C, is the correct answer. So we have option number 3 as our answer.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubtnut app today.